Goddess herself is calling you home.
Greetings.
Goddess herself is calling you home. Goddess
Let's talk
herself is
April
calling you home.
astrology,
Goddess
queens.
herself is calling you home. Calling you home. Goddess herself is calling you home. Goddess herself is calling you home.
Come on in. Let's talk,
Goddess,
queens.
body, mind, spirit. Circle of goddess power. All about women with the attire. Being led by the great mother. Here to discover our feminine power. And
April is here. Let's talk.
Queen, do you remember who you are? Remember you are a star. Goddess herself is calling you home. Goddess herself is calling you home. Goddess herself is calling you home. Soulful goddess living.
Come on in. Let's talk.
Is calling you home. Welcome home, goddess.
Welcome home, goddesses. Hello, queens. How are you? So happy to be here. I am Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And I love helping women align with their life power, life purpose, using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. It's all about being aware, getting activated, aligning so that we can continue to stay on course. All right. So it's tapping into our abundance. All right. Well, I'm on the A's right now. I'm on the A's. So yes, I wanted to just come in and share a little bit about April. It's currently April the 7th, but we still got a lot of months that I want to talk to you all about. How are you doing? So happy to share this video with you all. And so one of the things I want to share before we jump in on this astrology, y'all, this is an amazing month of astrology. Wow. Zers. There's a hot date that I want to tell you about, but I do want to invite you to join in a bundle that I'm a part of. It is, which a lot of y'all already know this, it's the Next Level Life bundle. And so what is Tyra putting in this bundle? Well, I'm putting in my Ride the Wave, Bloom into Your Power, a spring and summer 2026 astrology mini course. Is actually an audio course, no videos to look at. You just sit, listen, walk, listen, lay, listen, like, hey, listen, Linda, listen however you want to, okay? So, what is this course? So, I just want to show y'all this really quickly. I created for my membership this document. I decided to go through all of the months and look at what is happening in 2026. And I put together like what's happening in that month, what are the things that are really standing out, and I began to kind of give them an understanding of what they were going to be dealing with. So what I did with this was I said, you know what, the summer is going to be hot. I don't know if you noticed as I was scrolling past May, it said May is acquired a month. Okay, that's 1 month, and to be honest with you, may have some surprises. Okay, but let me tell y'all something. June, July, and August. Okay, they're hot. It's hot. It's hot up in here. And so I thought, you know what? Let me put together just those 3 months. Well, really, it's the spring and the summer, to be honest with you. So it's April through August. And what I want to do is, or what I have done in this course is I've talked about all of the astrology. I have the Odu in there. The goddess that I hyper focus on is Oshun. I talk about the different Sabbats that we're going to experience, as we go deeper into the summer. Beltane is next, say, for instance. And so we're going to look at those, and it will help you to be able to stay grounded. Like April is a time for you to stay grounded, and it will help you to understand, like, okay, what is it that I need to do to navigate this time? That's how hot it is this summer, y'all. The astrology is hot and go. Ooh, it's hot and popping. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to go, and I'll put the link in the description box. I want you to go on ahead, sign up to be a part of the bundle. Then you can get the link where you'll get my course for free. That astrology I guess it's not really, I call it a course, but it's really something to help. It's a guide. It's an astrology guide. Audio, there is actually a printable guide that includes this all of this wisdom that I put into my membership, the guide that I showed you, the printable one. So it does have a printable guide. You can get all of that at no additional charge, and you can also get the other what anything else in there that you want. You don't have to get everything. Say for instance, the ones that I found to be pretty interesting that I plan on downloading once it's open. The bundle opens on April the 13th. Right now we have the waiting list. Is this nervous system SOS kit, neuron nourishing of the brain. And then I was like, hey, I need some crystals. Like all of these are great options for navigating summer 2026. Hot and popping. All right. It's on and popping, I should say. So just wanted to let you all know that. Let's go on ahead and jump into the astrology. So we have here April. Oh dear April. That full moon in Libra on the 2nd, wowzers. I think it gave several people a run for the money, brought up a lot of topics around relationships for a lot of people. We're still in the energy of that moon. The energy of the moon will last for 2 weeks. So, it's not until we get to that new moon in Aries on the 17th. But largely this month, this is a very active month. So, like, it's great that I'm coming on right now because we're getting ready to see a lot of action. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is all of the planets that are going into new signs. We're going to have Mars go into Aries on the 9th. So if Mars is going into Aries on the 9th, this is what I want y'all to know. Let me just, because the 8th of April, I need everybody focused. I need focus. If it's not the 8th now, it's like the 9th or the 10th, you're fine. But I need everybody to focus on the 8th because that means Mars is going to be in on that 29th degree of Pisces. A lot of planets, they go across that 29th degree. Maybe something happens, maybe it doesn't, especially the fast moving planets. But Mars, of the fast moving planets, it gives us a run for the money. So I want y'all to, number one, a lot of times it's something that we will see happening out in the world. Mars can invoke things that are violent, and things like, we can hear about people passing during this time. And this 29th degree of Pisces is exceedingly karmic. First of all, we've had Neptune there. Neptune was there for a long time this year. I'm just like, Neptune, please get off the 29th degree. And so now we're getting ready to have Mars. All the other planets, the fast moving planets, Mercury, well, not Mercury yet, but Venus and the sun, they've gone past this degree. Mercury is soon to come. But that degree is hot. It's hot and it's karmic. And so I don't want y'all to be shocked. It's a day that you may have to deal with something karmic. And so to me, it's just kind of like, you know what? Thank you, astrology, for letting me know. I will handle it. It could be a very emotional day, but check on people, say extra prayers of protection over your family. I don't play with Mars. I don't play with Mars in these streets. Okay. Okay. So then Mars goes into Aries on the 9th. Good thing. Sort of good thing. Okay, I am gonna, now that I think about it, I am going to say the 9th is a hot day. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Because that's where Saturn and Neptune met. They met on 0 of Aries. When Mars goes into Aries, number one, that's its home sign. It does very well in Aries. It's gonna walk in like, y'all, I am free of all that water. let's do this, let's go, passion and drive and movement and energy. We love those parts of Mars. Okay. So I do love that about Mars being in there or be there for about 6 weeks. It will bring all of that in its glory. Um, but we do need to just kind of pay attention to what is happening, what's really showing up on the ninth once Mars goes into um Aries. And actually, let's see what time will that be. What I want to encourage you all to do is, y'all, we're in a time, and I know I feel like I sound like a broken record. It goes into Aries at 3:35 p.m. Eastern time. 3:35 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll be dealing with Mars on that 29th degree in Pisces quite a bit on the ninth also. So 3:35 p.m. Eastern time, Mars is officially on 0 degrees of Aries. And so that will be a time for us to think about how much things are changing. Life is different. Life is changing. It's just so much that's different out there. And so yeah, I think it's important for us to be thinking about what direction do we want to head in, or what is the universe sending to us in terms of like direction. Mars is about focus. So that's something else I want y'all to know. Once Mars gets to that 0 degree of Aries, you might be hearing something like focus. Get focused. So then on the 15th, Mercury goes into Aries. I think this is going to be a very interesting um ingress, is what we call this in astrology, because again, Mercury is going across that 0 degrees of Aries. Those degrees matter. They really do matter. Like the degree that your sun is on tells me a lot about you. So when these planets go across these different degrees, number one, it tells me something about the energy alone, just like the tone of the energy, but it lets me know if there was something happening on 0 of Aries, then it gets activated. Now, depending on the planet, the kind of activation that happens, or the things, the manifestations that come out of it, it kind of depends on what that planet is about. And so Mars, yeah, might be talking about focus, but also, y'all, come on now, Mars is a violent planet. Okay, so we always have to just kind of let's just be deliberate and watch and wait and see what's happening with Mars. But with Mercury, it's a lot of ideas. Okay. So Mercury goes into Aries. Sun will be in Aries. Neptune, Saturn in Aries. Wow. Y'all, this is not a relaxed month. It's just not. It's on, and it's on and popping. All right. So just be ready, if you want to like like lay low and be easy and relax, you'll have to kind of find those moments that kind of energy will be there. We'll start feeling that more once the sun moves into Taurus, because Taurus wants to be a little bit slower, it wants to be a little bit easier. But until the sun goes into Taurus, this is a hot, hot month. Okay. Um, Now, the other thing I want to point out is the 19th, I'm going to say from the 17th through about the 21st of April. Those are hot, hot days. As a matter of fact, I wanted to bring up what I wrote in here. Extra caution. Let me make this bigger so y'all can see it. Extra caution is needed around April 19th with Mercury, Saturn, and Mars all meeting in Aries. This can be a time when energy runs hot. People may move too quickly, react impulsively, or take unnecessary risks. This is a window where needless accidents or injuries can occur if awareness is slow. So slow down, move deliberately, and say prayers of protection for your family and the collective. So I'm giving y'all April 19th, these are the hottest days, but I want you to be this way from the 17th through the 21st. We need extra prayers of protection, be slower, be more deliberate, and all of that. Okay. Now, around that time, I said, let me tell y'all something. Something major is going to have to happen in the collective. We all know what's happening. Nobody's playing guesswork about what's going on in the world right now. So I was listening to a news report the other day, and I was thinking about this time in April, and I said, whoa. I just pray it works for our benefit. That's my prayer. Like this is this is a lot. Now, personally, when you see the yellow ones, for me, I always make conjunctions yellow because they're like the sun, okay? They are intense, they are energetic, and they represent new beginnings. So I want you to make sure that you open yourself up to seeing what new idea is coming your way, or you're focused, you got a plan, let's go. If you don't have the plan, maybe it'll come to you. You feel that energy. Let's go. Something new is being built. Okay. Something new is being built. With Mars conjuncting with Saturn and its home sign of Aries. It's a lot of energy of new structures. Mars is, or Aries, I should say, is definitely an innovative sign. We have all this energy of innovation. Pluto and Aquarius. J- Um, at the time that this happens, Uranus is not in Gemini yet, but it's headed there. So it's like this new thing is coming, this new structure. Maybe with Mercury being there, you're going to get all these new ideas. It's really a time where if you can see an in something you're supposed to do, and you're like, man, I never saw anybody do this, or it's an opportunity. Now, we're not about no scams. We're about, see, this is Saturn. Saturn is like tried and true. You got to have a plan. There's no quick, this is not get rich quick. Okay. This is you see an opportunity to build something. I'm going to tell y'all, I remember when Lada of Astrology talked about how she got in YouTube early on doing all of this astrology. There's a lot of people that could see early on, the power of YouTube before it became monetized, okay? Before monetization. And it was like the early adopters of YouTube, they were the ones that were at the beginning of when it did get monetized and, people can make money and stuff like that. So it's something like that. It's like this innovative way of doing something or some opportunity that is coming your way, and it will require work, it will require effort, it will require you staying focused and taking it step by step by step, but you can really go very far with this thing. Okay. Aries is also about the body. So, I don't really, I don't poo poo on the military because, my son is in the military and I got nephews and cousins in the military. So I got to back off on poo pooing on the military, which I never really did. But it's just like, I like peace. Although I understand military is just what it is. Like, y'all, come on now. We have Aries. There's always going to be warriors and warriors, like period, full stop. But, maybe we'll see more people going into the military. I've seen more young people going into the military. I'm like, what? I never thought these young people would go into the military. But I know so many of my friends, we have kids in the military. Fitness, because Aries has to do with working out and the body. So maybe some people will see some way of entering into the wellness industry and the fitness business. it is about startups. So maybe there will be a lot of startups, but don't do it in a scammy way. You want to do it tried and true. Otherwise, it's like you are taking time to take care of your body. It could be about you coming up with like building a new identity, becoming a new person, because that's Aries. It's all about identity, who I am, and it's really like who you are deep down inside, like your most raw. This is like the wild woman type of energy. And yeah, so some of us may be looking to kind of build that out a little bit, get more in touch with it. Um, it's gonna be a big day, but move deliberately, move slowly, take your time. People could be a real hot during that time, or their time. It's like we could find ourselves. There could be a lot of bumping up of heads and that kind of thing. Okay, so the other thing is we're gonna have the sun going to Taurus, and that starts bringing, and Venus is already there. She won't be there long once the sun gets there. But Taurus is this energy of abundance and sensuality. And like April is definitely a month where we can feel ourselves being really connected to the body, the human part of ourselves, our primal urges. And yeah, it's just a very sensual, tactile type of time. And it's like people want to be able to touch things. And I think it'll be a counterbalance to all this digital energy that is just so rampant right now. People just want more in person. I need to be able to hold it in my hands type of energy. And Venus is also this planet that has to do with abundance and money. So some of us will be maybe focused on that. Either you're making the money, or um you are coming up with ideas to make money. Another thing is you're tapping into your worth and your value so that you can make more money. Let's see here. What else do I want to look at? Okay. So yeah, Taurus is also about your personal possessions. And maybe some people are like, I have too much stuff. Other people are like, I want to go out and buy this new thing. But it's something about personal possessions. Now, Venus wants to bring a blessing. So I think, and one of the things that I wrote about in my astrology guide is that Venus will meet with Uranus right before she goes into Gemini. So she is the planet that rules where Uranus is right now. So she rules Uranus. And so that will be on the 24th. And I just want to say, I think around the 23rd, 24th, open yourself to receive an unexpected financial blessing, some blessing of abundance, or you literally manifest something. Venus typically is going to bring something. She's typically going to bring a blessing. So I'm hoping that it will be something that you want. That's my thought, but it will be unexpected potentially. And it's just so interesting that just days before Uranus moves into Gemini, Venus goes across Uranus. It's just like the last little kiss. And interestingly, you know, Uranus is also going to be on the 29th degree all month long. Uranus is on the 29th degree. It's a little bit of a karmic month. So some of it we'll see in the collective, because Uranus is actually a collective planet, but we've all been experiencing Uranus and Taurus. So it's like tying up some loose ends with finances. Some of it also could be with what you're eating, the way you eat, because Taurus has to do with food. A lot of it has to do with where is your Taurus in your chart, because I'm a Scorpio rising. So Taurus is in the 7th house, but Leo, Taurus is in the 10th house. It's a totally different area of the chart that you've been experiencing Uranus. And so look at your chart, Where's Taurus, and that lets you know what area of life Taurus has been impacting for you. If you need a reading, please feel free to check out the readings that I offer, and I can let you know. I can go into depth for you. So then Uranus goes into Gemini on it says here the 26th, but for us it's the 25th. I'll just double check. I don't know why I've been having problems remembering this date. Yes. On the 25th, Uranus goes into Taurus for those of us here in on this side of the world. And so wow, we've experienced this for about 4 months. It went into Gemini in July, and it was sometime in the fall that it moved back into Taurus. So yeah, wow. It's amazing. If you were born with planets in the first 5 degrees of, I'll say first 7 degrees of uh Taurus, get ready. It's going to be on and popping this year. It's going to be on and popping this year and next year actually, because it moves to 5 degrees of Gemini and then it retrogrades. But the thing that I want y'all to most know about Uranus moving into Gemini. Uranus can be exceedingly disruptive. It's like electrical energy. It's connected to um, Aquarius, so it brings all this unexpected type of energy, and it has to do with liberating liberating you. And there's like this upgrade and this up level that happens, and then it's moving into an air sign, Gemini, which is like the most mentally busy sign in the whole astrology wheel. Gemini's mind goes to and fro, focused on 5 things at one time. Ask any Gemini. They're like, wow, it's a lot happening up here. So the collective Gemini is getting activated. It's also this energy of busyness, busy, 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 busy. So a lot of us we will need to go outside. Let's talk about Taurus, Earth. Go outside, ground. Take those deep breaths, ground, mindfulness, slow, gentle walking. Remember, I told you I'm interested in that neuron reset, and the other one is the nervous system reset. Those are the for the bundle. Those are the kinds of things that we are working on when Uranus goes into Gemini. It's like, whoo, woosa. Let me activate my vagus nerve. Let me Reiki myself. I don't know what else y'all do out there. Oh, crystals. Let me get grounded. And then we have all this energy in Aries too. Okay. We'll talk a little bit more about Gemini as Uranus and Gemini as we go, but wow. I don't know. This is going to be really incredible. So, this is a busy month. This is a very busy month. We do have the new moon on the 17th. It is in Aries. We're in spring now. We've had that first day of spring. So this is like that second time that you get to set intentions. The spring came in right after that full moon in Pisces. So it started when the moon was waning. So now we're going to be able to have this new moon in the new season. It is time to set those intentions and revisit them if you've already set them, and to just channel this energy into your intentions and your goals and just all those things, and to open yourself to receive, like, what is it that this new moon has for you? What are the new beginnings, the new insights? What new reset are you being asked to go on ahead and do for yourself with this new moon? So that's going to be exciting. So yeah, I did also do some pulls for my Mythical Goddess Tarot deck. Somebody's going to get some love this month. This is the love card. Now, I'm going to interpret this in a way that I think is very important. You have to love you before the other kind of love No matter if it's romantic, which I do see this as romantic love. Doesn't matter if it's romantic or not. It's important for you to make sure that you love yourself first, that your love relationship, the person that you're most in love with, that the person that you have the deepest relationship with is you. Because I can tell you, I've been that person who was looking for my husband to be whatever it was that I was looking for him to be. And my husband's a good husband. My husband he's an amazing husband. And we both realized, him with me with him, the ultimate relationship is with the self, and all other relationships are like icing on the cake. And they become easier when you are your number one lover, your number one friend. And that's the thing that I want you to be open to this month. Okay. The next card that I pulled is the Crow Woman, and she is all about sacred law. And I just want to read a little bit about what she says. Through Crow Woman, equilibrium Through the Crow Woman's equilibrium and attunement to perfect order, you are shown to respect your genuine essence in alignment with your highest understanding of sacred truth. And so the question is, do you know what sacred truth is? It's very important for us to align ourselves with the highest truth and to live in alignment with the truth. That's where we get that equilibrium. That's where we get that balance. Crow teaches you to honor your boundaries, very important this month, and trust the creative void from which all solutions to your problems dwell. And so, if you have a problem this month, open yourself to receive a creative solution. Aries is creative, Taurus is creative, very important. She urges you to shift the shape of your current circumstances to be in sync with your own sacred nature and never compromise the truth of who you are. And interestingly, let me tell you, Aries is that type of energy. I think that's why it's so raw, it's so primal. When you meet an Aries, they'll tell you, I can't be nothing and nobody but who I am. Don't ask me to be something that I'm not. Aries can't stand being fake. Meet any Aries and they'll let you know, hey, I just shoot straight from the hip. I just tell you what I think and they just keep it moving, right? So that's very important for us, y'all. Be who you are unapologetically this month. And Aries is going to help you to do that. Okay, Kuan Yin. Interestingly, she has to do with Venus. And I thought when I saw this card, wow, Venus is talking about bringing us a blessing. She's in Taurus for quite a bit of this month. So that's awesome. Kuan Yin gently yet powerfully invites you to open to the pure stream of love and compassion that is always available. So Kuan Yin and this love card they're kind of the same. There's this gentleness that we can invite in. That's one of the reasons I love doing readings to go with the astrology. We do have the feminine in Taurus, but it's playing in the background, quite frankly. So how do we bring more of a feminine energy in? Well, we do oracle readings, and so Kuan Yin is bringing in a more gentle, intuitive, follow your intuitive guidance type of leadership. Um, let's see here. So she exemplifies the feminine principle and the effectiveness of subtle power. And that's the thing that we want to connect with. Maybe we'll be feeling empowered this month. Um, but it'll be something that's channeling through us. And where I think that is coming from is that Neptune, with Mars and Mercury coming into Neptune, they're going to, into Aries, they're going to cross Neptune. They're going to cross Neptune as they go into Aries. And so that tones down. I've been wondering, how is Neptune actually going to express itself in Aries, and what is it going to do to this Aries energy? Because it likes to dissolve things, but it's the energy of compassion and love and higher energy, sacred law, those kinds of things. And so that's how we do it. This is why I love connecting with the goddesses, because then we get to work with them, we get to study their wisdom, we get to embody those goddesses. Kuan Yin is the empress. And do empresses fight? No, empresses lead. So I want you to tap in and tune into your inner empress. Walk as the empress that you are this month. And where you need to take action, where you need to be hot and fiery, do that. And where you can just be led, guided, and directed by your intuition and, knowing this power is, and guidance is channeling through you, and you can just allow things to come to you. Do that also. I am Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru. Thank y'all so much for being here. I wish you all an amazing, amazing April. And yeah, I'll take it out with my new, I guess you can call it like a brand song that I created. So happy April. I appreciate you all. All right. Peace and love.
Goddess, body, mind, spirit. Circle of goddess power. All about women with the attire. Being led by the great mother. Here to discover our feminine